Hey guys, it's Ashley from the Candle Collective, and I'm bringing you a video today based on things that I wish I would have done when I started a candle business. There's only 3 of them, so stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, my name is Ashley and I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I built this channel based on taking you guys along with me on a new endeavor that I started back in December of 2020, which was a candle company. I think my first video was in January of 2021, and I've really been sharing with you guys on a weekly basis things that I know for sure, which are marketing and business, running a business, what all that looks like, but things that I haven't known for sure. And so there's definitely been a few highs and lows that I've been sharing with you guys openly and honestly on this channel. So whether you're a candle maker or any sort of maker or any sort of entrepreneur, these videos might be helpful for you within your own regard. So today's video, like I said, is going to be all about 3 things, just 3, that I wish I would have done when starting out my business. My dog Winston can't find a good spot to settle into. First things first, I started back in July of 2020, really experimenting, doing all of the things, mulling over in my brain what was gonna happen. I launched in December 2020. Now we're in the 3rd quarter of 2022, headed into the 4th one, so like, we're all getting our bearings. So just to give you a little bit of context of where I am kind of like on this spectrum of time with regards to making this video. So I want to keep it short and sweet because I think that some of these things are better left simple. So first and foremost, the one thing that I wish I would have done and changed when I first started making candles is I wish that I would have like sat down and put pen to paper, because I love that form of medium of writing, collecting my thoughts. And I wish that I would have really focused on what it is I was trying to achieve, because I was in this like, oh my gosh, everything, even though I didn't really know how to make a candle, what all goes into making a candle, anything. I was just kind of like very much grasping at everything and anything. And so my first tip to you guys is like, stay focused. Stay focused in whatever realm that means for you, where you're getting like a little out of control, a little anything. Because I know what happened is that I was so grabbing this, grabbing that, trying this, trying that, and trying to figure it out. And I think to some degree that's really healthy. But at the end of the day, the things and products that I went with, they were things that like I already knew from like my first purchase of supplies. So I wish that I would have just like focused in and not spent so much money on all these things where I was like, ooh, maybe I should do that. Ooh, that's a bright and shiny thing. Ooh, that needs my attention. I think that I would have saved a lot of time and resources in that. So however you need to apply that, I know that's pretty broad, but sometimes things are broad. The second thing that I wanted to share with you guys that I wish I would have done differently is honed in on one vessel. Just one. Not 2. Not 79, which I'm pretty sure I did. Not whichever one was on sale. Not whichever one was like on an Instagram post that I was like, oh my gosh, their brand's so beautiful. Like, not any of that. Because at the end of the day, like I mentioned in point 1, I purchased some vessels right out the get-go, right immediately, that I was drawn to, and those are the ones that are still in my line today. And I think what I was doing is in these like down times, or maybe waiting for like my first batch to like be done curing and all of this, I was like, oh, maybe I'll try this, or oh, maybe I'll try that. And fundamentally, when it comes down to candle making, the minute you shift from one size of a vessel to another size of a vessel, it's not carbon copy with regards to the recipes and ingredients that are going to go into each of those. And so that only further delays time to launch or testing or results or anything like that. And hopefully that makes sense, especially if you're in the candle world. But I really just wished I would have honed in on one vessel, one wax, one fragrance, which is next to impossible, but you get my gist and you get what I'm trying to say. Even the slightest little change in size or temperature or anything drastically affects the outcome of the candle and how it's going to perform. And I just wish that I just would have made it easier on myself. I look back and I'm about 1.5 years in since launching, a little longer than that, actually headed into 2 years. And I look back on all of my notes. I think I have tested well over 250 candles. And that means like different sizes, different percentages, different wicks, all of that stuff. Even when I do like wickless testing and switch them out, all of those things. And I just look back and I'm like, I didn't even go with that vessel. I'm still looking at some of the vessels that I had purchased when I originally thought I was going to do this. And I'm like, man, that is just like money lost, money not well spent. And especially if you're on a budget, which I thought I was, but I didn't act like I was. I really wish that I would have honed in on that. One vessel. Already hard enough to have all the different waxes, all the different fragrances and wicks. One vessel. Just pick one. Get 20 of them, but one style of vessel. That's my pro tip number 2. Third thing that I wish I would have done, and I've talked about this in a lot of other videos, and it still rings true today, and it happens a lot of times when I'm doing the 30 for 30 calls, which I'll talk about at the end, obviously. The thing that I wish I would have done, because it's always like, you know, you always give the best advice, but you don't necessarily take it. I look back now and I'm like, ooh, do as I say, not as I do, clearly, is put your blinders on. Your instinct and your drive and your passion got you to a certain point to even be watching this video right now. You decided that you wanted to make candles or a product of any sort of fill in the blank, and you got to that point and you're interested in it and you're vested and you've got all these things. And then what we do once we start to put those wheels in motion and things become more real, especially if we're getting ready to launch a business, we start to then no longer trust the gut or intuition that got us there. And that's detrimental, because what we're going to do is start to take in all of these outside forces, and we're not like sifting through what information we should be taking in and what information we should be not rejecting, but, you know, putting our blinders on to ignore. Like, I don't need this tidbit of information right now because, one, it could be derailing all of the work that I put into it at this point, and then it will no longer allow me to move forward, and I'm just in this like analysis paralysis. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. I absolutely can relate to that, because I'm pretty sure like 95% of my weeks are stuck in that realm of analysis paralysis where I'm like, let's overthink every possible situation and every possible outcome. And then, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will go by, and I'm just like, I didn't get much done. But if I would have trusted my gut, and if I would have trusted my instinct and my building experience that I'm making by moving forward day by day and starting a candle business, I think I'm going to be okay, you guys. I think so. Use your best judgment. Make good decisions. All of the above. Get out of your own way and put your blinders on so that you can focus on what you know. Those are my 3 tips. It's pretty brass tacks, but hopefully that's what you came for, because that's what you're going to get. This is not one of my rambling on videos that some of you so kindly let me know when those happen in the comments. My name is Ashley, guys. I am a serial entrepreneur. I am so excited that I get to share this candle experience and journey with you guys. If you are on your own journey and your own trajectory of starting, launching, relaunching, being in business, and you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night with a little bit of overwhelm and some roadblocks that aren't exactly moving or getting out of your own way, contact me. Let's have a 30 for 30. It's $30 for 30 minutes. We meet over Zoom, and I help you just be a sounding board for whatever is keeping you up at night, because you got to get some sleep. 8 hours, it's suggested. My name is Ashley, guys. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't yet subscribed yet, that would be pretty neat. Bye.